Hello everyone, GoldenNova here, and yeah, here we are, 5K. I'm absolutely floored. It was only a year and a half ago I was jumping for joy that we hit 100, and only 7 months ago that we got our first 1,000. Growth has been phenomenal, and while I'm proud of the work I've done, I didn't get here alone. I've got my wonderful partners at home that supported me every step of the way, the outstanding mod team that's had my back and helped keep things running smoothly in the community, and all the other members of the community who reached out and risked their reputations to raise me up. And of course, the reason we're all here today, the more than 5,000 of you who've decided to make me a part of your lives. And now, it's time to celebrate. You held up your end of the bargain, so now it's my turn to hold up mine. If you've been around since the old days, you'll remember that I really liked making milestone videos all the way up to 1,000, but by that point we were hitting goals faster than I could make celebratory videos about. But I didn't want to stop making them, so I decided to set my aims even higher and the payoff even grander, and so here we are. But before we begin tackling that monster of a project, I'm going to give a hopefully brief overview of my plans for Heroes Explained. My first idea was to make this all one big video with everything in it. But I've since been convinced that that wouldn't really be good for anyone. If you'd all like a supercut version later on, let me know, but for now, Heroes Explained is going to be divided into 4 parts. First is Elemental Heroes, the ones that started it all. Next will be Destiny Heroes, then Neos and Neospatians. I know Neos is technically an elemental hero, but they've got so much stuff going on, I feel like they deserve their own section. Lastly, we'll be wrapping things up with the smaller categories of Evil, Masked, Vision, and whichever extra heroes haven't been rolled into any of the other categories. Now, how often can you expect to see these videos? Well, these are a big undertaking, so I'm going to be slowing down production on my other videos until this is done. The funny thing is that, previously, I'd committed to taking the first week of every other month off to help stave off burnout, and if this update comes out as soon as I hope it does, we'll be in that week of May 2nd through the 8th. Gotta love that coincidence. Then, once that's done, I'm going to be taking another week off to set up for pre-production. The more cards I have to talk about, the more every other part of the process takes, so while I am reducing videos to 1 a week, I'd still like to give myself as much lead time as possible. I've also got to put together a little something extra that I'll get into in a bit. Once those 2 weeks have passed, my plan is to put out 1 video a week on Fridays so we can premiere it for the stream, then talk about it afterwards. However, since this is a much bigger project than I've ever done, this is more of a tentative plan, so if there are any delays, I'm sorry in advance. The only exception is going to be my sponsored videos for my patrons, which you can join by using the link in the description, so there's going to be at least 1 week where I do my normal output instead of hero stuff. As for the reason why I'm taking an extra week to prepare, well, I'm going to try and coordinate something that I think will make this whole event even more special. See, heroes are cool and all, both in and out of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but they're even better when they do team-ups. So, for the most ambitious crossover event in history, I'm putting out the call to all my Yu-Gi-Oh! Loving contemporaries to help me tackle this colossal task. Whether you post videos, stream, write about, cosplay, make fan art, if you make something for the community and you have a favorite hero, I'd like you to represent them and read out their effects, just like how I would normally do in a regular Explain video. If you fit that bill, check the description, there's going to be a link to a Google survey that you can fill out. Put down where I can find your work, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, you name it, where I can contact you at, the top 5 hero cards you'd like to cover, this can be monsters but also the many spells and traps, and up to how many of those you would like to cover. And if you're a fan of someone who makes Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, then I'm counting on you to spread the word. Tag them on Twitter, post it in their Discords, share it on your Facebook groups and your Reddits, let everyone know that the call is out for help from all the heroes that make Yu-Gi-Oh! Fun and fantastic. Just to check to make sure if they've gotten a notification about this beforehand, the last thing I want to do is hear that someone got buried under a mountain of notifications. I'm sure it'd be upsetting for them and very embarrassing for me. That's all for now. I've got to get to work on setting this all up, but if you have any questions, have any fun hero lore, or just want to share how excited you are, post about it in the comments and I'll follow up with you ASAP. Once again, a huge thanks goes out to all of you for raising me up these past few years. I really feel like I've found where I belong, and I don't think it'll be long before I can really spread my wings and commit myself to this with everything I've got, and I have each and every one of you to thank for that. Truly, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.